Hey modders, welcome back to ModifedRoll. We are sponsored by DM Dice. Use the code ModifedRoll or follow the link in the description to get 10% off all your adventuring needs. We're also sponsored by Arcanist Rum. Check them out and use code ModifedRoll to get 15% off all purchases and free shipping. Last session, our party tried to move into their new digs within the city of Belgravia. Unfortunately, there was a welcoming party they weren't quite expecting, and aren't quite enjoying. We rejoin them now as they try to evict the squatters who have taken up residence within these halls, in this, episode 39 of Season 2 of ModifedRoll, Cleaning Service. Cool. We're back to Gilliana. You've got one of these mud creatures on you.
Great. I'm going to move away a bit. Yeah. I'm going to move back. Oh, I don't want to be. Maybe to this corner instead. I'm going to try and use my crossbow instead. My short bow instead, not crossbow. I don't have a short. So we'll try that. 16?
A 16 hits.
And then do I get sneak attack?
No. In this case, no, because you had to be in melee range for your swashbuckler ability.
And he's not, and Sinclair's not in my range now. So.
Sinclair, well, are you attacking the one that's attacking Sinclair or the one that was attacking you? Because if you attack the one that was attacking Sinclair, technically you do get sneak attack.
Oh. No, I'll do my one because I don't want Sinclair to get mud in his eyes next.
I'm blind enough.
Yeah. Great. 6 damage.
6 damage, lovely. It is still up, but 6 damage down, which is always helpful. Cool. That everything for your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Sinclair, you are still blind, but you were able to sense something nearby trying to attack you. If you'd like to attack back, you can do so at disadvantage.
I don't know where they are, but I'll give it a go, and he'll blindly swing. Oh dear. It's not a crit fail, which is good.
Yeah.
That was a 14.
14?
Yeah.
That hits.
Wow. Okay. 2d6. 12 points of slashing. 12
points of slashing, lovely. It is still up. You get the impression that these things are a little bit beefier than the dust ones, so it is going to take a little bit more to put them down. Yeah, okay. Some damage.
He'll use his extra attack blindly. Now that one is a nat 1.
Oh,
that die is also going in the.
Yeah, you being like all turned around, blinded by the dust, you sort of spin with the first attack, and you kind of go off balance a little bit, and you spin around, and you now aren't even sure what direction you're facing, and you are just swinging blindly. You're pretty sure you may have also hit the sofa that the creatures were tearing up, doing a little bit more damage to it. But it is the end of your turn, so you get to make a save again against your blinded condition, which was a con save.
That is a 10.
A 10 is exactly what you needed. You're no longer blinded.
Woo!
Oh, wow. Wipes the dust from his eyes. Good Lord, what is that?
Get out of our house!
Yeah, and I'll end his turn there.
Cool. Twilight, back to you.
So, I'm first of all going to put my middle finger up at the one that tried to make me sleep. And
hey,
then...
fuck you! And it gives you the finger as well.
Is it the one that's stunned?
So
no, it is the one further in the room.
Yeah, it's further. So then I'm gonna, with the middle finger up, swirl it round, see some stars, and then tap the constellation for Sacred Flame at it.
Beautiful.
With my middle finger.
That is a dex save from it.
Yes, it is.
Which is going to be a 13.
It is 13, so meets it beats.
So meets beats, unfortunately. So yeah, as you sort of give it the finger, like push into the constellation with your finger, the flames begin to wash over it, but it sort of dodges back and just, like I said, fuck you! And it gives you 2 middle fingers.
And then I'm going to back up.
Cool. You
And
step
that'll
back into the hallway, sort of stepping behind the door so you have full cover.
Keeping eyeline if I can.
Oh, you want to keep eyeline on us, be outside the room?
Actually, no. I'll do full cover and then I'll just move back round next time.
Cool.
Yeah.
You move into full cover.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But the last thing he sees is my middle finger disappearing through the door frame.
It's like, whoop. Brilliant. We're then back on to the dust methods. Obviously, the one in front of you, Cazisel, is currently stunned, so it can't do anything. But the other one, I just realized that none of these things have actually hit you guys yet, so it's going to rush forward and claw at you. And that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
So that is going to... Oh, give me a D4. That is going to do a measly 3 slashing damage as its claws rip into you. That is their turn, so now we're back to the mud methods. So first of all, I need to roll to see if they get their breath weapon back. One of them does, which is unfortunate for you, Giuliana. Giuliana. As it's going to rush forward to you, so can I get another dexterity saving throw, please?
A natural 20.
Oh, you're fine. I don't know why I tried to do that with the person, the rogue of all people. Yeah, so once again, and just explodes this mob again. You just duck and it splashes over the wall and it goes, "Hey, would you stop ducking?
Hey, will you stop spitting at me? And I'll give it the middle finger.
Oh." And then the other one is just going to try and, like, now that it can see that you can see again, Sinclair, it's just going to, like, blink its eyes at you and then just try and punch you square in the face. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hey. Oh, I've just realised you guys shouldn't be wearing armour.
Oh.
I never wear armor.
You literally described yourselves all
Oh, no, you've
not wearing armour.
You've not, like, said anything to me.
We went back to get our stuff.
Yeah, you didn't say you put it on.
I did specifically say, gone back to get my armour.
Yeah, you didn't say you put it on, though. You said you had to get it.
Yeah, but would...
Not needing armor is such a benefit to me.
I'll take it off. I'll... Hang on, where is it? There we go. I now have a fucking armor class of 11. Go on.
Oh my god.
Go on, hit you bastard.
I hit you already anyway. You deal it deals 4 bludgeoning damage to you as this big fist made of muck just slams straight into your face.
Am I taking armor off too? Just check.
You can do if you want. Like I say, I've just realised now, which is good I realised now, because it's the first round they've actually tried to attack any of you.
Oh, yeah.
But that is the end of your turn, or their turn, so it's back over to Cazisel.
The one in front of me that I stunned last time, I'm going to attempt to punch it.
Cool.
With a natural 20.
That was wasted. It had 1 health left. So it explodes into a cloud of dust. Speaking of exploding, can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
17.
You're fine. The dust explodes, and you sort of seeing what's already happened before, immediately turn your head away, and the dust sort of explodes outwards harmlessly.
I imagine I've just punched that. I cover my face with my arm, and then I'm going to use my extra attack to do like an elbow strike to the one beside me.
Absolutely.
A natural 20.
Yeah, it's also going to hit.
That is for 4 points of damage.
Lovely, still up.
I'm going to use
first injury.
I'm going to use a key point to use flurry of blows.
Absolutely.
So I think that's an extra 2 or 3. 2, is it?
I believe so.
Yeah, 2. So that is an 18.
Gonna hit.
And 24.
Both gonna hit. You can roll damage for them.
That is a 6 and a 9.
Oof. Yeah, so you punch the one, it explodes, poof, you spin, elbow out, catch this one in the head, and then you follow up with another right into the stomach, and it once again explodes. Can I get another Constitution saving throw, please?
14 plus 1, 15.
Oh, you're fine, yeah. So you, once again, knowing exactly what was going to happen, you're already moving away from this thing before it even finishes explode or starts to explode. But that is all the ones in this room dead. What would you like to do?
I'm going to follow Twilight out of the room, and I'm going to move back towards the room where Sinclair and Gilliana are fighting.
Cool. Then we are back to the top with Gilliana.
Yay!
You've got a muck method right in front of you.
Well, am I in melee range? Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck it. Let's just stab it with my... Yeah, I'll stab it with my sword.
Cool. Give us a stab. And you will have sneak attack on this one.
Yeah. 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
So then 23 damage.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, you stab this once, you catch it like underneath the jaw, and it's just like, one, you stab, just sword straight up through, and then again, this, unlike the dust method, which is like vibrated, this one has like almost like bubbles start to appear, like
Ew, ew,
and his
ew.
body blows up like a balloon, and then this mud explodes all over the room. Can I get a dexterity saving throw, please? Which I imagine you're going to pass.
19.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you just dance out of the way of this mud all over the room.
Oh, that was close, guys.
Do you want to move or stay where you are? Could have been a nice mud bath.
I'll move closer to Sinclair, just like here.
Cool. And then Sinclair. You can see the creature in front of you.
I see the creature. It punches Sinclair.
Yes.
Sinclair just sort of thinks, "Hey," and then it just butts him with his sword. That is
Bad method.
nice. 21
hits,
to hit. For
No, don't get mud on the carpet.
11 slashing damage.
It's good, but it's not quite enough. Still standing as you take your sword cuts across it, and just this mud is torn from its body and splashed all over the wall.
No, he's using both hands. He'll take another strike then with his extra attack. 17, yeah,
17
plus 8.
hits.
I think that hits. Not a lot of damage though. Well, that's 8 damage.
It is enough. The creature,
Hey.
similarly to the one that Gilliana killed, just explodes. Can I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
5.
Oh, you're not doing well at these, are you? You not quite. You think, I know, as soon as it explodes, I'll move just a fraction of a second sooner than you're expecting. It just directly out towards you, and you are caked in this horrible, sticky, rancid mud, and you are restrained until the start of your next turn. So you're not.
I am not having
anywhere.
a good day. And that'll end his turn.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go anywhere. Twilight, we are still in initiative, and if I'll remind you, you heard more noise. The noises you originally heard were actually coming from down the far end of the hallway you're currently in.
Oh, God. Okay, but can I hear... Does it sound like they've got it covered in the other room, or do they need help?
You've definitely heard several of these creatures explode.
Okay. I'll head down. I'll head down the corridor. Why
Cool.
not?
You can make it to the end where there is a door. Would you open the door?
Yes.
Cool. You open the doorway into what is quite clearly the kitchen, and flying around the kitchen, like picking things up, dropping them, throwing them against the wall, are 3 more of the dust methods, just causing chaos in here. And again, the door opens and they go,
Who? I will...
just to give you an idea, there is one 10 feet in front of you, the others are both like 20, 30 feet into the room.
Okay. I'm gonna guiding bolt again.
Cool, you want for the one 10 feet in front of you?
Yeah, that was a natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Woo!
Okay, let's
Thanks.
kill this first one, I guess.
So, what she's gonna do is open the door and go, didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with food? And then swirl around, draw out the constellation, and do 40 points of damage.
Fucking hell. This thing doesn't get a chance to explode as the light erupts from your constellation summoning. It just is evaporated. Where this creature was once standing, there's just a faint outline of like a cartoon outline of dust, which then just falls to the floor. The first one is vaporized.
And then she's gonna, like when people blow on their fingers like a gun. And yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, as I say, you did move your full movement to get there, so you can't move anywhere, but that is a pretty good fucking turn.
Yeah, happy with that.
It is the remaining ones in that room's turn. The first one is... That's close enough, it can do that. The first one is going to rush towards you, and it's going to breathe out a load of dust. Can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
You can... My con's okay, but the roll isn't. That would be a 9.
Yes. Okay, so you feel. So you are currently blinded. Which means when the next one rushes towards you to attack, it's going to do so at advantage because you're blind. So the second one in the room rushes towards you, and that is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Once again, it doesn't do a ton of damage, so that is going to be a total of 5 slashing damage as this thing comes towards you, and you sort of catch a load of this dust in the eyes. The first creature floats up, and this dust cone explodes outwards, catching you square in the eye, and as you're there trying to wipe it out, you feel something else rush forward and rake across your chest with its claws. But that is their turn, so it is now Kazisel. You hear combat from down the hall.
I imagine I've just peered around through the gap of the door to see that whatever Sinclair and Gilliana were dealing with is dealt with.
Yep.
And hearing the sounds from down the hallway, I'm gonna turn back around, head down into the corridor. I'm gonna use my step of the wind to dash.
Yep.
I'd make it to this corner, wouldn't I?
Yep.
Yeah. So the corner at the end of the corridor, because I can see that the thing is in the doorway. I'm just gonna kick it.
Sounds like a plan. Give it a kick.
17 plus 6.
70, you're gonna hit.
Yeah.
You've hit.
And I'm just gonna throw my extra attack in just to 18.
Also hits.
Okay, so the first one does 6 points of damage. The second one does 5.
Okay, it is still up, unfortunately. But that did knock it about a bit. As you rush forward, this creature raking at Twilight, and you just bam bam smash it twice and sort of knock it back a little bit. But that said, it is Gilliana's turn. You hear the sounds of fighting from further round where you heard the original crash coming from. But everything in this room appears to have been cleared out.
Okay, I'll head that way, I guess.
Yep, don't forget, as a rogue, you can dash as a regular action and as a bonus action to triple your movement speed in a round if you wanted.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that to get all the way to where everyone is.
Yeah, you can get about there, it's fine. Dude, lovely. So you're a little bit further back, and you can make a ranged attack on the Mephit if you like.
Oh, do I have enough action?
Oh no, yeah, sorry, you are correct because I told you use an action and a bonus action. So you're there, but you can't do anything. Sinclair, you are unfortunately still restrained. You can. Oh no, hold on. Death burst. Okay, yeah, it's just for the one round. So come the end of your turn, you are unrestrained, but you still cannot move. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
So look, anything I can do? No, not with anyone around me. No, just end his turn there.
Twilight, your allies are rushing to your aid, but you still have one of these creatures directly in front of you, and you're currently blind.
There's nothing I could do to get rid of the blindness, is there?
No, unless you have lesser restoration.
No, I don't have it.
Like I said, you make a check at the end of your turn to get rid of it, but you can't.
Okay, that's fine. I will. If I move forward, this is stupid.
Unfortunately, you can't move forward because the method is right in the doorway, so you can't move through an enemy space.
Can I touch it?
Oh yeah, it's right in front of you.
Can I touch it? Okay, that's what I was going to try and do. I was going to try and like bell my feel for it.
So
Can
if it's a
I-
touch
yeah,
spell
describe-
attack, you'll be doing it at disadvantage because you are still blind, but it is like in front of you, so you
That's
can still,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll just stick my hand out and try and cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled an 18 and a 19,
They
and
both
it's plus
hit.
5, so...
This is going to be so much overkill.
Well, I can't see, so...
I can't see you, so I'm just going to do as much damage as I physically can.
yeah. That's 20 damage.
Yeah, no, this thing, with its necrotic, as you reach out and grab a hold of it, the necrotic energy rushing through it, which is weird for a creature physically made of dust, because that's already something that's already like decayed. But you literally see the dust like breaking apart into like such fine particles as to become just almost insubstantial, and that just happens, and these lines crack across its body until it's fully reached around and across all parts of it, and then it also explodes into a pile of dust. So, Cecil, can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
18.
You're fine. And Twilight, at the end of your turn, can I get another save against your blindness?
Natural 20.
Yeah, you're unblinded. So you can see the small pile of dust directly in front of you from the creature you just killed, and you can see one more in the room. Do you want to stay where you are, or do you want to move?
I'll move out of the... Because I'm right in the doorway, right?
Yep.
I'll move slightly into the room.
Into the room. Cool.
But yeah, that's all I'll do.
Brilliant. Cool. It is the creature's turn. There's only one left, and it's just going to rush you, Twilight, and try and do its best to attack you. That is only going to be a 12, though, although with no armor on, that might hit you.
Yeah, without armor, my armor class is 12, so...
Oh, meets beats. Cool. So one more bit of damage before all's said and done. So that's going to be a total of 4 slashing damage as this last one fuck off! Comes over and slashes at you. But that is its turn, so we're back with Cecil.
Can I see this thing where I'm standing right now?
Yeah, you can see it through the doorway, yeah.
I think I'm just gonna use my breath weapon on it.
Okay. You would probably have to move. Or wait, yours is a line, isn't it?
Yeah, I can have it as a
Okay,
line
yeah.
or a cone.
Okay, I'm assuming you're doing a line so you
Yeah.
don't hit Twilight. Cool. Is that a save on my part, I assume?
A dex save, yeah.
Dex save. These things aren't bad, but they aren't great at dex. 9. That's
Yeah,
a
that
fail.
fails. That's 12 in total of lightning damage.
12 in total. It is still lightning damage? Yeah, it is still standing, but just barely.
Yeah, so I rolled 12 for lightning damage, so as I'm standing just beside of the doorway, it's just a line of static just striking the creature in front of Twilight.
Lightning arcing across the room, and it does damage the creature, but it is still alive, unfortunately. Is that everything for your turn? Do you want to move?
I think I'm gonna stay where I am.
Cool. And back to the top with Giliana. There is one creature left,
Okay.
and it is looking worse for wear.
I'm getting into melee range, moving like 25
Yep.
feet or something.
Yep, you rush the room.
I'll go, "This is our house now, bitch." And I'm going to try and stab him with my long sword.
Absolutely, give us an attack.
My short sword, sorry.
Yeah, so the other one.
Oh, that's going to hit. 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Let's roll some damage.
Do I get sneak attack?
Yes, because Twilight is stood next to him. Woo.
23 damage.
Fuck, it had 5 health left.
Well, that's what you get for trespassing, bitch.
Yeah, as you shout, "This is our house now," it turns as if it's about to say something equally snarky to you, and as it opens its mouth, you just ram the sword through the top of its mouth into its head, and it explodes into dust. And I'm not going to worry about anyone making saves now because we are out of combat.
Oh, welcome home, guys. Jesus. Or
So you guys sort of collect yourselves, have a look around. You look in the kitchen here, which has been just fucking trashed.
The static is on my scales is just calming down after that breath.
Oh yeah, as like Twilight and Twilight, who was stood in the room when this was passing, Giliana, who's run into the room. All of your hair is like standing on end. And this room is just fucking full of dust. You realize that these creatures aren't just made of dust. You can tell they summon dust. It is thick on the floor here. In fact, you realize as you've stepped in, you're like leaving footprints. It is coating all of the surfaces. Twilight and Kazisil, as you'd already seen, the bathroom likewise is full of dust. There's literally the stone bath in the middle is just full bottom top overflowing with dust. And on top of all of that, you've now got the lovely little study room covered in both dust and now also just coated in thick, viscous muck.
This is going to take some cleaning up to do.
But this is now your home. Yay!
Yay.
Twilight. I don't suppose you have like a little like cleric spell that you could use to like maybe clear some of this dust.
I'm just looking because I was like, oh, maybe I have prestidigitation. I don't have prestidigitation. I have thaumaturgy. I could like speak really loud and make the dust leaves.
I mean, we can try.
Okay, I'm gonna yell, "Dust be gone!"
Just yelling into the rooms.
Well, it was worth a go, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, if there were any rats, hopefully they're gone now.
I hope there's no more surprises like upstairs or anything.
Oh God, we have to go through the house room by room.
No more sounds you hearing?
As you guys move throughout the house to inspect, you find that there are no other creatures sort of making their home in any of the rooms here. You think you've probably got them all, or at least if you haven't, the combat you've just been through has scared off the rest of them. So you guys have a bit of time to familiarise yourselves with the house. So you guys obviously now have the run of the house. Like, what is your sort of first port of call here? You've got several rooms full of dust, at least one that's caked in mud.
I guess a bit of elbow grease, eh?
Yeah, is there any cleaning supplies? Do we have to go out and get cleaning supplies?
Oh, no, like the place, like you start looking through the rooms, you realise there are like multiple bedrooms, like multiple study rooms, but like anything that does have furniture is like dust cover, like, you know, the dust covers are all on them. There is like nothing here, like food-wise, supplies-wise, and bearing in mind, sort of D&D fantasy-wise, you're not going to be going out and getting a fucking Henry Hoover. You're going to be buying like buckets and sponges and rags.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we could maybe just find someone to do it for us?
A cleaning service.
Cleaning service would... I feel like we deserve it, guys. Like, we're finally like making progress, and like we don't want to be wasted. We have actually urgent business. We don't want to be spending like heaps of time cleaning dust. This is like a 20-bedroom house. That's a lot of work.
And I need that bath cleaned. I can't stay here. I'm covered in mud.
Go and have a look, see if anybody's got a cleaning service.
Being drawn, but like summoned to the king, and you turned up like head to toe covered in muck. It's like, what happened to you? Cleaning the house.
We're clean. We are messengers to the king now, and we deserve top tier treatment. You know, like we deserve a cleaner to help us out this one time, and then we can stay on top of it.
By the end of all of this, we'll be heroes of the kingdom. Exactly. By the end of all of this. So,
and heroes of the kingdom don't clean up dust themselves.
I mean, yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, you can head out into the city and try and find a cleaning service. I mean, probably what you're going to have to do is like temporarily hire on staff. You know what? Fuck it. It's my world. Why am I saying probably? Let's fuck it. There are, yes, why not? There are like businesses they will just come in and like clean for you if that's what you're looking for. I would say for a house of this size, they're probably going to charge you like 5 gold to do like a single clean down.
Yeah.
Unless you tell them exactly what has happened In which case, they're going to charge you 10 gold.
No, there's no. It's like we can't be airing our business to every Tom, Dick, and Harry we hire. Like we just need to tell them that something needs cleaning, and they give us a price, and they do it for that price. This is how.
Just tell them that we've just moved into a new place, and we just need someone to clean it up before we settle in.
But we're not like, we've been here before, like, we know the price, we know the rates, yeah? So they're not going to rip us off, like, we know what...
Well, you've been here before.
Yeah, well, we've all been here before, actually, is the lie that we're telling Cecil.
In this case, you know for a fact if you go to, like, a legitimate cleaning service and you don't tell them that you currently have 4 rooms full of dust and 1 full of mud, they're going to, like, turn up and then walk away.
They will tell them that they need cleaning, but I don't want to get scammed, like, oh, tourists, they don't know how much they charge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but we'll be like, yeah, we've got dusty rooms.
Tell you what, we're going to do a luck check at Gilliana, since you're the one talking about being the one who's from here. It could be a highs or lows.
High.
So you know of a lesser used cleaning service sort of located in the low streets, and you know for certain that nobody in the high streets would be sort of booking these guys to come in and clean. But you know of a service called Gobbo, Gobbo and Gobbo. That is a family-run business of cleaner goblins.
Okay.
You know there are other fancier ones, but you also know that these guys are surprisingly good at their jobs.
Slay.
And a lot cheaper than like the next group would be.
So listen, guys, I actually do know a place. I got into like a messy situation. It involves some things that
I killed a guy.
You don't want to know about, and it's better if we just don't ever discuss it. But I know these guys, Gobbo, Gobbo, and Gobbo, and they'll do the job if we pay them the money. And I think that that's what we should do. Yeah?
Good by me.
Well, if it gets me a bath, let's go and talk to these goblins or whatever, I assume.
Let's do it. Yeah, they are goblins.
Let's see if they gobbo this mess up.
I'm sure they will. I hope they do anyway. Let's go to Gobbo, Gobbo, and Gobbo.
Cool. Cool. You head down into the low streets, and you remember the directions pretty well. And you sort of head. You remember it's quite close down by like the river dock area, and you come to what you know to be Gobbo, Gobbo, and Gobbo, which is this sort of ramshackle wooden structure with like a hand-painted wooden sign sort of hanging at it off kilter to the front. Just with whitewash paint is just written Gobbo, Gobbo, and Gobbo. And a very simple, just wooden door, no windows or anything. It is very much like a ramshackle hut.
Gilliana will go, see? Looks legit. Isn't it? Yeah, anyway, let's go in.
Looks great. Looks great. Let's go.
I was going to say, you guys all realize there is like no sort of indication of what these guys do. It just says Gobbo, Gobbo, and Gobbo.
Before we go in, Sinclair will lean over to Cecil. When they're at the house, keep an eye on the furniture.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on everything.
Gilliana will go in.
You guys step. Yeah, you guys step in, and it is tiny. With like the 4 of you like stood in the front, you are like shoulder to shoulder with this little like at your height, like maybe 2 feet off the ground is this little countertop with just a bell. There is a small space behind it with a door, and it's just a bell on the counter, which is like I say 2 feet off the ground.
Careful not to trip there, Sinclair.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's like shin height for you.
Gilliana will like crouch down and like go ding.
Cool. Before I describe what happens next, everyone can make me a perception check.
Okay, give this dice another try. The one that I put aside.
20, but not natural.
Yeah, that's staying away. I got a 5.
5.
17.
17.
Just goes back in my bag. That's it.
7.
So Sinclair and Twilight, you guys step in, and as you're sort of looking around, as Gilliana leans down and rings the bell, you realize that while this place is ramshackle, it is spotless. The bell, Gilliana rings.
Sinclair will turn to Twilight. Well, it's very, very clean.
They seem to know what they're doing.
The other leans down, ding, rings the bell, and like not from the quite obvious door behind the counter, but instead from an unseen hatch in the floor behind the counter, boom, springs open, and this goblin pokes his head out. Hey, up! You looking for some goblin cleaners?
Yes, sir, we are actually looking for some goblin cleaners.
Oh, excellent! Right, come on, out! And like, just like from underneath him, like two more goblins, like, but they don't move out of the way. They just like pop up beneath him. So like, imagine three goblins in a trench coat, but with no trench coat. They're just sort of stacked on top of one another. Right, I'm Gobbo. This is Gobbo. What can we do this for?
Well, Gobbo, we do have a task for you, and it involves cleaning some rooms in a house that are covered in dust and mud.
That sounds right up our alley.
Oh, I'm glad. That is music to my ears.
When do you want us to do the job?
As soon as possible, if that's okay.
Yeah. The one at the top, Gobbo, looks down to the one at the bottom. What's our schedule looking like for today? And at the bottom pulls up this like just sheaf of papers. It's not a book, not a schedule, and just starts like flicking through the papers. I think we're free now. Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, we can do now.
Perfect. And what is your rate for cleaning such a situation?
He looks to the one in the middle. What's our rates at the minute? And the one in the middle. How many rooms have you got?
Oh, how many rooms?
You guys would know it's like something like, just estimate, you would estimate somewhere between like 15 and 20 rooms.
About 20.
You see the one in the middle starts like holding up his fingers and counting on his fingers. 3 gold.
A deal. Perfect.
All right, okay. And he like reaches down and grabs one of the papers off the one at the bottom, pulls a little quill pen out from behind his pack, like his like belt, and licks the tip of it and writes down, "Clean house for 3 gold." And he sets it on the counter for you guys to sign. Here's your receipt.
Oh, I'll sign it. Gilliana signs, and it's got a little heart on the eye.
Thank you very much. Right. Okay. And he looks back to the one at the top. Oh, great, okay then. Where is it?
It's on the western edge of Belgravia. It's blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, you give him the address that you know, and he's like, okay, we'll gather up our stuff, and we'll meet you there in, say, 10 minutes.
Thank you so much. Come on, guys.
Right. He salutes, and then trap door closes.
Wow, that was so easy.
What a charming group of fellows.
I told you. Very efficient, very cheap.
I've got to say, I'm well impressed.
Still need to keep an eye on them, though.
You guys start like walking down the road. I'm assuming like walking at a very nonchalant pace back towards the house. And after like a couple of minutes walking down the road, you hear this like clattering and banging, and you hear coming from a distance, and you look around, and it's the 3 goblins like all holding one long ladder with laden down with like buckets and brooms and mops as they sprint past you. Clatter, clatter, bang, bang. And they sprint down the road towards the house.
Is the door unlocked?
I'm assuming you guys locked the door.
Crap. Someone run. I'll run and try and catch up.
Who's fastest?
Me, probably. Oh, wait.
So there are 3 goblins with a ladder and a bunch of cleaners, and then you guys sprinting after them down the road. And you arrive out of breath at the front of the house as they sort of skid to a halt. Where is the place then?
This is it.
Right, we'll get to work then. And after you let them in, they head into the house. And for the next couple of hours, there's a clattering and banging and sloshing and the occasional shout as a sort of Three Stooges-esque scene happens when one hits the other with a ladder and spins round, and the other one ducks and hits the other one, and one falls into a bucket. It's all very comical and hilarious. But after a surprisingly short period of time, the house is immaculate.
What a beautiful sight. A lovely home.
Oh, I can't wait to take a bath.
So as you guys are sort of having a round, you see the 3 goblins have sort of like finished up the job, and they're all sort of sat on the front porch having their like their mandated half-hour lunch break. And as one of you guys come out, is like, Right, well, I think that's pretty much as requested. Everything clean. Yeah. If there's anything else you need from us.
No, I think that's all. And then I'll hand them. Wait, have I already paid, or should I pay them now?
No, you just signed a chitty to say that you would pay on completion of
Okay,
work.
I'll pay them the 3 gold.
Yeah, you paid them 3 gold, and the first one salutes you again. It's like, absolute pleasure. If you've ever got any cleaning needs again, just remember to take out Gobble, Gobble, and Gobble.
You'll be our first port of call.
At which point, Sinclair, if you're stood there next to him, the one who was on the bottom sort of leans over to you and whispers, "Our names aren't really Gobble, Gobble, and Gobble, but we find it helps to sell the name."
Your secret is safe with me.
Big wink. Right, till next time. And they pick up the ladder and just start running out into the road again.
I love those guys so much.
My favourite NPCs.
They were great.
Just hear the crashing in the distance and pigeons flying up in the air.
Absolutely. And every so often the scream of someone surprised as a ladder just rams into you from behind. Sorry, man. Who knows? They may be needed again in the future. You might run into Gobble, Gobble, and Gobble again.
And the BBEG.
When you finally defeat the final villain, his fucking robe will fall away to reveal Gobble, Gobble, Gobble. He'll go, "Good job, guys. I'll be 3 gold, please." So, yeah, you've got a clean house. I was at this point, it's probably getting on to late afternoon. You still haven't heard back from the administration group at the castle, but is there anything else you guys would like to do while you're waiting? Other than clean yourselves?
Time for a bath.
I think we should claim bedrooms, guys.
Ooh.
So I'll say with this being what would have been a family estate, there would be a master bedroom, another bedroom for a young adult. Then there would probably be multiple children-sized rooms, which are still in an estate like this. Pretty decently sized rooms, and then there would have been a bunch of servants' quarters, bedrooms. But that's entirely up to you guys if you think you might at some point go and hire servants to take care of the place or not. That is entirely up to you.
Bagsy master bedroom. Bagsy master bedroom.
I'm good with the kids' room. I want a kids' room.
Cool. Like I say, all the decoration and stuff would have been pulled out. It's just sized for a child's room. But again, like I say, in this case, you could still fit a full-sized adult bed in here and all of your required furnishings.
I'll take the other normal size bed. Normalish bed.
You did the young adult's bedroom.
Yes.
So, Sinclair, you're getting the... Actually, to be fair, there probably would have been multiple young adult bedrooms because it would have been sized for these families would have 4 or 5
Sinclair
children.
needs a decent sized room. He's a big fella. He ain't sleeping in no kid's room. He'd be against the
You're going to go
wall.
get a custom sized bed made.
Oh, it's true. Actually, he's going to have to sleep on the floor.
By the time you've got your custom sized bed made, that's going to be half the room.
I mean, do we know any furniture places to get something
You can
made for you?
find one in the city. There will be multiple woodworkers and sort of various places like that you could go.
Oh, Sinclair, even though you do undermine me and gaslight me, I am happy to let you have the master bedroom, but I do at least want a bedroom with an ensuite because I refuse to share a bathroom with anyone.
Now, that is something we can both agree on.
I'm going to go ahead and say that, yeah, there's 2 rooms with an ensuite, the master and one of the adult bedrooms. Just so we can curtail any fighting.
Thank you.
So, once you guys have settled in, you sort of put your kit down, get yourself cleaned off from the fight, you clean it with the dust and the muck from your skin, using the various... The large bathroom downstairs, I'm sure some of you are using it, or the various ensuite rooms, and you get yourselves prepared just in the knowledge that at some point you're likely to be summoned. And as the day stretches on, the sun just starting to dip, almost touching the wall of the city, you hear a knock at the door. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks very much for sticking with us. As usual, I would just like to thank Lixie B for our wonderful logo, and Jeff for all of the fantastic art for our characters in Season 2. Don't forget you can check out more of Jeff's work on our online store, where you can find his artwork used on our stickers and t-shirts. Also a massive shout out to the Stormweather Shanty Choir for allowing us to use their song Drunken Sailor as our intro and outro music. Also a massive thank you to our wonderful sponsors DM Dice and Arcanist Rum. Find links to both of their websites in our description. And finally, a massive shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon supporters who continue to support us in everything we do. Your support means the world to us, and we hope that we can go on making fantastic content thanks to you. Our recommended podcast this week is Dice with Death. I picked these guys up recently, was introduced to them through the Actual Play UK sort of group, and I've been enjoying it. I've been a couple of episodes in. It's been interesting. They're set, I believe these came out like well before the Spelljammer system came out, or the Spelljammer update for 5e came out, but they have set a sort of space-ish themed story. I've been really enjoying it so far, and it's definitely worth giving a listen. It is Amy Mallett from WatchCulture.com, Adam Wilborn and Jamie Powis as they explore contemporary high fantasy world of Palette with Ollie Bateman of the BBC. So it's been very interesting. I definitely recommend giving it a try, so go and check them out. That is Dice with Death. No promo this week, but I would definitely recommend going and checking out Actual Play UK if you haven't yet. Obviously we are streaming most Fridays. I don't think there's one with today when this episode releases, but we are streaming most Fridays, and all of our previous streams are currently up on our YouTube, so go and check out Actual Play UK on YouTube. I've featured in a couple so far, both as a DM and as a player, and all of them have been fantastic, even the ones I'm not in. And on top of that, I have recently been lucky enough to guest on the Tales on Tap stream, which is also being put on YouTube. I think the first episode I was on is on YouTube. The second one, I believe, is still on VOD on their Twitch channel, so that's Tales on Tap. Go and listen to that as I play an alcoholic dwarf following the voodoo deity Baron Samedi. It's been a lot of fun. It was originally meant to be a one-shot / two-shot. It's definitely stretching into a 3-shot or mini campaign. It's been very fun, and I've very much enjoyed it, so go and check that out. And finally, because I haven't been busy enough, I was lucky enough to be asked to, well, I volunteered and was allowed to voice a character for a voiceover for an Actual Play podcast using voice actors to fill in for a lot of the NPCs. That is going to be the Black Teeth podcast, the first arc being called Burnt Out. I don't believe it's live yet, but I did receive the trailer today, and it is very exciting to hear it coming out soon, so I will let you guys know once that is live. But keep an eye out for it, and there'll be more information as that becomes available. But that is it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us, and we'll see you soon.